Good morning, everyone. Mr. Talbot here for you. Sorry I can't be there today. I wanted to make this video so you guys could have kind of a good idea of what you want to be getting accomplished in class today. So you're already off to a great start because if you've got into this video, then you are already ready for step 2 once we finish watching. You're going to fill out this form here, and it's pretty quick. Just name, class period, and then just want you to recognize the things I expect of you. When we have a sub is very similar to what I would expect of you when I'm there. So make sure that you're following the teacher's instructions, even if they seem to be things that don't make sense. Just listen. I'm sure it'll all work out. Make sure we're staying in our assigned seat. Make sure we're not disrupting the teacher from teaching. Make sure you're doing your work and you're not preventing others from working. If you do have questions, make sure you email me and I'll be trying to help you out with that. And then you need to complete the work that we kind of have listed off here because these are all things that are going to be important. You're going to hit yes after you get that all filled out. And then these are just, if we're not able to follow these basic instructions, these are some things you might be dealing with. We'll definitely have a conversation between you and me when I get back. Might have to end up making a call home. Probably going to be less trusted to, be able to leave the classroom during class or to sit maybe where you want to. As we get in the new seats, you might be more restricted there. Possible lunch tension. Might have to apologize to the substitute. And then based on our conversation, we will see what happens. So once you've filled that out, you hit yes twice. You should get to a screen that looks something like this. Make sure you hit the blue button so you can get credit for doing it. Then you're going to hop back to here and you're going to kind of notice this is kind of our prioritized list for today. So hopefully you're spending most of your time in step 3. What you do is going to vary on how much you've gotten done so far on our Life Events project. Most of you are going to be working on checkpoint 7. Now, I realize maybe you're not done with the first 6 checkpoints. I still want you to do checkpoint 7 first. The reason for that is I would want you to be able to have something to present on Thursday. We're going to do our presentations Thursday. Checkpoint 7 is what helps you get ready for that. If you get finished with checkpoint 7, then you can kind of work down here. But again, this should only be after you're done with checkpoint 7. So once you finish checkpoint 7, you've done your research on your life events. You've identified what your 3 religions are going to be that you're going to focus on. And you've got enough information to talk for about 45 seconds per slide. For per religion. Then if you want to work on the other checkpoints for this project, that's fine. You definitely probably want to prepare your slideshow or your handout or your foldable or whatever you're going to show when you present. You might want to practice your presentation. If you are done with that, then you can work on getting done with our next PFA, which is coming due. There's an additional focus area you could do. You could always do assignments for the class or read a book. So kind of looking at your project, if you're in a spot like this student is and you've got this many checkpoints done, you're in a great spot. But again, if checkpoint 7 is not done, you want to be working on that. Okay. And again, you want to identify which religions you're going to focus on, which life event. Make sure you have enough information to talk for 45 seconds. That's going to get you ready for this life event oral presentation. I do want to go through the scoring guide, the rubric real quick. The big thing you're going to be graded on when you get to your presentation are these top 2. These are the cognitive skills. You're noticing the focus area is comparing and contrasting. Not how beautiful you make this slideshow, but comparing and contrasting the religions, how they celebrate your life event to each other. The more similarities and differences you can connect, the better. The second thing, these oral presentations, we're looking at your confidence in presenting, your eye contact, your pronunciations. So this is also that's going to come from practicing. The third area you can look at is making sure we get good, reliable sources. And to get to that, we click on the star down here and then view rubric right here. So we're on the star one and then we do view rubric. Okay. The last thing I want to show you is if you finish that, you're ready to present. Then we have another PFA the line's going to pass this week. So I want to be kind of working on that. There's also an additional focus area on Islamic civilization. So those would all be things to kind of work on. The last 5 minutes of class or so kind of keep an eye on the clock. is this last little quick form. It's really just kind of a checking where you're at, helping you plan. So what life event did you do? Which religions are you focusing on? Notice that's a choose all that apply. You're going to do a short answer here, so complete sentences. One similarity you find, one difference you find. And again, these are things you should be including in your presentation. Here's a little checklist for you. So even if you're done with the checkpoint and with the presentation, you will certainly want to practice between now and Thursday. That's it for today, guys. Have a great day. I will see you on Thursday.